Hey everyone, hope you're doing good. So in this quick video, I'm just going to walk you through exactly how you can, get more qualified leads to your coaching businesses. So let's say, for example, you're not booking any calls at all. Like, every single day you wake up, there's no book calls in your calendars. Or like when you do wake up and you see book calls, it's always unqualified people. Like you just know that you're good at what you do, but you just can't find enough people to sell to. You're making all this content. You have people following you. You have people that say, oh, your stuff is great, but like none of them ever like, hop on a call, none of them ever buy. Then if you're in that situation, this is going to be 100% for you because I've figured out exactly how you can get a predictable source of lead gen from organic, essentially. And people might think, oh, it's impossible, it's crazy, but I'll show you exactly why this is actually proven and the KPIs that, we hit to actually get this. And the best part about this is that it doesn't require any sort of money to spend on ads. Actually, if you use ads, it would just ridiculously amplify how well this works. But you have to get the organic strategies first dialed in before you get into that section. But I'm saying that if you use ads with this, it will blow up like crazy. So I'm going to explain to you what this process is. And this is the exact process that took one of our clients from 2 calls a month to basically 3 calls every single day. And, if you've got an audience, like I said before, where you get barely getting any leads, this strategy will save you, I promise you. And this is just example of like the kind of lead confirmation that he was getting on a daily basis, which is amount like actually crazy. So yeah, I like to split up the stuff into like three sides. So there's the traffic, there's the conversation, and the sales part. And I'm gonna break down how each of these things supplement each other, like interactively. And then you can kind of see the math behind everything and how it can all work. But if you don't know me, my name is Vihis. I run an agency where I basically help coaches and consultants scale using content and sellers. If you're interested in something like that, you can message me on Instagram and I'll share you the details. But before that, I just want to show you how this stuff is going to work. So you're always going to start with traffic. So traffic is going to be sources from your content. So for example, Instagram is a traffic source. Facebook is a traffic source. YouTube is a traffic source. You can say Twitter is also a traffic source, whatever. So these are where you're going to get your traffic, and your traffic is going to come from organic content. If you're making content, you are getting people to see it. There's no way that you're not. There's no way that you're consistently making content and no one's seeing it. Like check my videos, people are watching my stuff. So that's traffic. Those are people. Those are targeted people that I want to specifically focus on. Okay. Those are the people that I want to be looking at. So if you're making content on Instagram, you're getting views, you're getting likes, you're getting follows. If you're making content on Facebook, you're getting views, you're getting likes, you're getting people joining your group, whatever. You're doing the same thing on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. So the problem that most people do is they like to have traffic on every single part and they never centralize it. So what I like to do differently is you basically have to centralize all these traffic sources into one platform. And the platform that's basically the easiest for that, I would say, is IG. Because IG, you can have conversations, it's a little bit more interactive compared to other places. I would say it's probably one of the best places to actually have a lot of people like interacting with you. So yeah, I would say use IG. It's better than nothing. So yeah. Oh, good. And the sales side of things, sales is when you're gonna have this conversation, and then you're gonna push them into your calendar specifically. So this is how they're gonna turn into book calls, for example. So booked calls, and then obviously on the calls you can talk about your closed deals and whatnot. So closed deals. So I'm gonna show you what happens in between here. So basically, what you're doing here with your content is your CTAs is not telling me, is not book a call, it's not IG. It's basically follow or like. So follow and like. The reason why is because these are the most frictionless call to actions that you can add, because it literally just takes one button. Someone can click something and it just works. Okay, you never want to be like, oh, book a call with me if you want me to implement this for you. No, no, no. Just tell someone to follow you. Tell someone to follow you. Tell someone to like you. Reason why, low friction. People can do it without thinking. Okay, and what I want to the belief I want to instill in your head is that every person that likes or comments or follows anything that you do is basically implicitly requesting more information about you. They're basically saying that, hey, I want to be shown more of this guy. Like, I actually like this person's stuff. I want to see more. So when you have that leverage and someone has interacted with you that way, you have all the leverage in the world to go into the DMs and basically be like, hey, how's it going? I noticed you did X. Were you interested because of blah, blah, blah? So when you have people that are doing these things for you, there's no reason for you to not actually approach them. And the reason why most people say that, oh, I'm not getting any leads from no content is like, they don't want to approach the people who are actually implicitly requesting, hey, I want more information about you. So it's like for example, if you go to like a bar, for example, and like you speak to this girl, you speak to her and she's like, she's looking at you, she's eyeing you some sort of way, you talk for a little bit, she's like, yeah, I mean, like, are you gonna go and be like, oh, book a call with me right now and we can talk about this stuff later? Or like you can say something like, or you're just gonna tell them like, oh, I'll come back next week, I'll show you more stuff of my content. No, you have to like approach them. Like you have to start a conversation, and then it leads into other side of things, because these people are actually genuinely interested in your stuff. You're just not reaching out to them because you're lazy, or like you feel it's gonna work, or you might say, oh, it's needy or whatever, or like, oh, I'm being too direct. You're not being direct. And the best part about this is that it's actually ironic, because when you do DM the people who follow you, they get to see your stuff even more because you're actually interacting with them. So it's kind of like a different thing. So you want to basically interact with people who are following and liking and commenting, okay? And the way you're going to do it is you're going to create context around what they did. So let's say, for example, someone said you made a YouTube video and you say, hey, if you're interested, message me on Instagram. They go on Instagram, they follow you, they like your stuff, or they send you a message. What you're going to do from here is you're going to create context around what they did. So what I like to do is my messages, I like to start with, hey, name, thanks for X. Did you do that because you're looking to X? It's very straightforward. Hey, name, thanks for the follow, thanks for the like, thanks for the comment. Did you do that because you're interested in blah blah blah? So you always want to start with that, because you never want to start with, hey man, how's it going, or like, how's your day been? Don't do that, bro. It's like, it doesn't make sense, because like, why? What is the conversation going to be about? And then you're going to slowly try to talk about your business, and it's like, blah, blah. If you start with your business from the get-go, there's no reason why people are not going to be interested, okay? So always start with what you think, why you're reaching out to them in the first place. And then you'll be surprised people are actually going to create context. So let's say, for example, I'm a sales coach. I'll be like, hey John, thanks for the comment. Did you reach out because you're also in sales too? Or I would say, did you reach out because you're also trying to get better at sales too? Or did you not reach out? Did you follow because you're trying to get better at sales? Did you follow because you're trying to get into sales? Did you follow because you're trying to, improve your sales or something like that? Like, you want to create context around what your offer is. And if they say yes, your conversation is literally centered around what people are going to pay you for. So why not start like that rather than saying, oh, how's it going or whatever? Like, don't do that, okay? Please don't. And then when you have that conversation, I have a specific conversation flow that actually gets people to actually book calls straight away using inbound. I'm not going to dive into that yet, but I'm going to leave the link for that underneath the description. You can just watch that video. It literally breaks down my entire DM script, and you can use it, copy it, whatever, and it just works. Like, that's what's been able to generate my clients, 3 calls, 5 calls a day, like, very easily. So please implement that. And if you want to get into the sales cycle, what you can now do here is you can then use your existing content from the traffic that they came to then nurture them after they book the call. So then it becomes this flywheel. Now they watch your content, they get more value, they get more educated, and then boom, they want to buy from you specifically. Like, this is the way. This is the way that you're going to get some sales. And the way that you make this predictable is you treat it like outreach. So basically what you're doing now is your KPIs for you to, let's say, get 3 calls a day. So this is industry average. So let's say you send out 60 DMs of people, 60 inbound DMs, people who have liked your stuff, followed you, whatever, and you can get 60 new people seeing your stuff if you are actually consistently posting. Like, it's not a problem. Like, people will see your stuff. So you want to start with that 60 DMs, okay? And that is going to basically, because this is what I think this is the max you can do on Instagram as well to on one account. You could probably do more, but if you want to be safe, I would say do 60. And then what you're going to get is you're probably going to get a 50% to 40% response rate. This is what I've seen, like, mostly. Like, you usually get around this. Sometimes it's way higher. I would say, like, some people get like 70% if they have like a large following, or like it's a pretty big account. But I'd say it's around 50% to 40%. And then conversation, reply rate to booking rate is going to be about 10%. I would say 10 to 20%. This is a rough number because you get people, you have to account for people that might go, some people that might not be qualified, blah, blah, blah. So what I'm saying is that, look, for every, let's say, 60 DMs you send, around 50% of them would, respond to you. So that's around 30 people who, like, respond to your message. And then from that 30 people, you're looking for around 10 to 20% of people of that 30 that's actually going to, conversate with you and actually, book a call specifically. So with that in mind, that is still around 3 to 6 calls per day that you could be getting if you just follow this strategy, which is ridiculous because most people don't even want to do this in the first place, and it's free. This does not cost you anything. And the reason why I say ads is going to supplement this like crazy is because what you can do with ads, if you want to start running ads, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you've got this actually proven and dialed in and you're already booking calls from your organic content, is you can simply just boost your posts, get it shown to more like-minded people, and then your content gets liked by other people, and more people who are targeted to your niche will start following you. And then you just repeat the same strategy. So at that point, you're not really spending money for people to go to your landing page and like it's not even converting. You're spending money for people to see your content, which is what Instagram wants. People wants people to keep. They want them to be on the platform. I can even do DM ads as well too. So when this is working, you can just do ads to be like, okay, cool. My content is going down. Now I just want my content to just be seen by more people. Boom, $20 a day. Now you're seen by more people specifically. But I'm only saying you only start doing this once you've already you've got this thing proven to work. Okay. So that's pretty much the whole way you can actually start generating 3 to 5 calls a day. And this stuff might look like a lot of work. Obviously, like as a coach, like ideally you would probably not want to be doing 60 DMs every single day, because obviously you have clients to attend to, you have other stuff to do, you have a life to actually live. So if you're interested in someone actually coming in and doing this for you, done for you, because that's basically what my client Raheem has, is that he has someone every single day that clocks in, that does the stuff that he does, and then has the conversation that basically gets them to book a call. So this is not just a VA that comes in and just like, sends the messages and then tons of responses are left and they're like, oh, what do I say to this? Like, no, these people are actually going to be in the DMs knowing exactly what to say to these people and actually trying to get them to book a call. So if you're interested in someone coming in like that, and if you want someone to actually come in, revamp the offer so it's proven, make sure the sales process is dialed in so the people that do hop on the calls with you are really warm and they actually want to buy your stuff, then the first link in the description is going to be for you. That's going to take you to my Instagram. Send me a message there and I'll get you sorted with that stuff. And if you want to consume more of my content, there's going to be more links in the description, more value-based stuff, and you can go from there. Okay? Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.